Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Thursday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 4 decks of cards for this reading today. We're going to connect with the energies around you, your person, your journey. I'm going to bring in the beautiful Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I'm going to bring in the Spiritual Encounters Oracle, the Divine Love Messages and the Witches Familiars. So let's see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the lesson you're learning right now? And what do you need to be aware of right now? Jumping straight out. What about them? What's the lesson that they are learning right now? I feel it's those two. One on the floor here. Just pick that up there. And what are you both learning? What's coming in around the journey? We've got control. So what I feel with this is you're learning to let go of control by taking a step back, and they are learning to take control by taking a step forward. So if you're always the one reaching out and trying to make things happen, it's time to stop doing that. If they are always the one waiting for you to reach out first, or keeping themselves back or not doing anything, it's their job to make a change. So what's the energy around you today? What's the energy coming in around you today? What are you thinking about or feeling, or what do you need to know? Quite a few cards, I'm going to take them. What about them? What's going on with them today? What's going on with them? I feel it's that one. And what's the energy around the journey? What's the energy around the journey? Now, because obviously more of these cards have come out for you, again, it may be that you're feeling a bit more emotional, or you need a little bit more clarity on what's going on. They are more in the head, they're more clear about certain things. So what's the energy around you? What's the energy around them today? What's the energy around them today? And what's the energy around the journey itself? What's the energy around the journey itself? And in this Witches Familiars deck, there's all kinds of animals and creatures and exciting things. What's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you today? What's the message for you? There we go. And what's the guidance coming through for them today? What's the guidance for them? And what's the guidance for the journey today? Whether it's come out or not for them, when I was shuffling then, I saw the yellow coming out. So the yellow is about the solar plexus. It's about them being able to trust in their gut and their intuition. And they may be having stomach issues today if they aren't listening to their intuition. Or they could have nose issues too. But I feel this about what they're processing. So some of them could be experiencing stomach problems today, pain, cramps. Maybe some of them are running the loo a little bit. They could have diarrhea or even constipation as they process what's going on. Now also at the end, what I'm guided to do, I'm going to bring in the Tarot-Libs deck. Now this is a question deck by Mystic Moon, and I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what question we need the answer to today. So we've got one card, I'm not looking at it, so I'm just putting it to one side here. And to answer that question, without even knowing about it, I'm calling on the angels. I'm going to bring in the Written in the Stars deck. So what's the answer, please, angels, to that question? What's the answer we need to know to answer that question? One card. And I'm going to bring in the Tarot of the Celtic Fairies. So what's the answer to that question? What's the answer to that question, or the guidance around that question? Thank you, angels. Okay, so I'm going to do that at the end. So obviously I don't know what that is. I don't know what those cards are. We're going to do that at the end. Very exciting. So first of all, for you then, your energy, we've got abandonment. So you may actually be healing your own abandonment wounds right now. And you may be feeling abandonment because you feel that they are abandoning you. Maybe you feel like you are second choice in their eyes, or you feel like they're not around you, or you feel like they've left you, or they've left you on read, or they're ghosting you. It all brings up triggers that allow you to recognise that you may have your own abandonment wounds. So the angels say release fears. Release fears of being left behind because you are whole within. So whenever you go through abandonment wounds, it's also a sign to heal the self. It's always a sign to fill up your own cup, to give to you anything you feel you're craving from another person. And these abandonment wounds could have come out when you've been through something with your twin, but it's more likely that it's been uncovered by your twin, because those wounds could have come up in childhood for you. If you felt like you were being abandoned in childhood. Now that could be because maybe you felt like your mum or dad weren't around. You could have grown up in a single household, or maybe you felt like you got siblings who were taking attention away from you, or there could be many reasons. Or maybe you felt you weren't chosen at school, or you weren't chosen by a friend, or even if something happens in a previous relationship, if you feel like you weren't chosen in some way or you were left behind in some way, it can cause pain inside. And that can come up later down the line with your twin flame, because when you are triggered by your twin, it kind of amplifies everything. So release fears of being left behind. You're not going to lose out on this love. You're not going to lose out on anything that's truly destined for you. God would not allow that. Yes, we have to learn about divine timing and having faith in time and all of that, but you're not going to miss out on what's meant for you. And they definitely have abandonment wounds themselves, and you may also be sensing their abandonment wounds and seeing them from a higher perspective to understand what they are going through. But I feel this is also about your own abandonment wounds too. Some of you may have already healed these wounds. You may not even be aware of that. But for it to come up, there's something being healed. Now, you know that the chemistry between you is strong right now. And that can also bring up these abandonment wounds, because it makes you crave and want them even more. Because of the desire for them, the chemistry, the pull, the magnetic attraction between the two of you. The way that you feel them. You may be having flashbacks. You may be having dreams about them. You may be feeling turned on to them. You may just want to talk to them. You're feeling all these things. So when these feelings come up, these emotions, and they can be very overwhelming, you've got to breathe through them. The chemistry is so strong right now, and you're going to feel that chemistry because the universe is pulling you back together. Especially if there's a separation or there's still distance between you or silence, the universe is pulling you back together. So it's like you're two magnets, and think how strong magnetic pull is, especially big magnets. And it's like you're being pulled back into each other's energy, into each other's orbits. We've got seeing you triggers past pain within me. Now, this is really about these wounds coming up. Because when you see them, whether you see them with someone else, or you see them out and about, or perhaps you see them doing something without you, that can trigger abandonment wounds. So I'm definitely feeling this as if you've seen them on social media, or if you've seen them somewhere and they're not with you, or perhaps you've had a dream and you've seen them with someone else in a dream and it's brought up triggers. It's helping you to heal the past. It's helping you to deal with this abandonment wound. You may feel abandoned because you've seen them and then they've perhaps walked away again, or left you and gone about the business again, or perhaps they've seen you and you've had some time together and now they're not communicating again, or they may be in and out of contact. So there's various ways this can affect you, but understand that seeing them with you, you actually physically spending time with them, or video calling them, or connecting with them on Snapchat, or looking at them, or whatever it is, or seeing them with someone else in some way, whether it's a karmic partner or a family member or a friend or anyone, it can trigger this past pain within you. And some of you, I feel, also are maybe a bit worried about seeing them again, especially if they've contacted you already and they said they want to meet up, or they want to connect with you over coffee, or they want to see you in some way. You may be a little bit afraid of seeing them again in case it triggers past pain, because many of you have been doing work on yourself and you're feeling stronger now. So you may be a little bit worried that seeing them again and then perhaps hurting you again, if that happens from your perspective, you're thinking, if they hurt me again, that's going to cause even more pain. We've got please forgive. Now, I feel this is definitely your angel saying to you, you must forgive. So please forgive. It's like you must forgive to move this forward. And you've got to forgive whatever's happened that's made you feel abandoned. So you may need to forgive the past. I'm not talking about your twin. This could be your family, could be something you went through in childhood. So it's so important you forgive yourself. And you be very kind and loving to yourself. So first of all, please forgive yourself. Say to yourself in the mirror, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you, thank you. It's the Ho'oponopono prayer, it's powerful. And then you're saying to yourself, I'm so sorry I did that to you. Because nobody can hurt you or affect you without your own permission. So you have to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to feel abandoned, for allowing yourself to feel triggered, to feel hurt. So say to yourself, I'm so sorry I did that to you. I love you so much. I hope you can forgive me, self. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that to you again. I'm not going to let you down again. I'm not going to let anyone let me down again. And that came through in a reading not long ago. So you're saying, I'm not going to let anyone let me down because I'm not going to let myself down. I'm going to forgive myself. And I'm going to forgive anyone else too. And if you're watching this thinking, there's no way I'm forgiving them, they've gone too far, it's done, it's over. Well, first of all, you're watching this reading, so you must care, otherwise you wouldn't be inquiring about how they're feeling or what's going on with that. And you must forgive. This like Jesus coming through saying, please forgive. You've got to, for this journey to move forward. And you're actually mirroring each other anyway, because they have abandonment wounds too. And they need you to forgive them too. So you may need to forgive them, and they are asking for forgiveness, saying, please forgive me. You could hear songs like Bryan Adams, please forgive me, or forgive me fear. You could hear Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. You could hear songs about abandonment. But you're mirroring each other because you're craving each other, you're wanting each other, you're being pulled back together, and you both know to come together there has to be a shift. There needs to be an apology, clearing the air, sorting things out to heal these abandonment wounds. So please forgive, because it's not your fault. So I really feel this message is to know that everyone is doing the best they can with the experiences they're having at the time, the information they have at the time, and where they are on their journey at the time. So, for example, you must forgive them because, yes, they may have done wrong and behaved in a way that wasn't nice, but it's not really their fault either. They were just learning and doing the best they could, and they have evolved since then. And whatever you've done, it's not your fault. And it's not your fault the way they're acting either, because you can't control someone else's behaviour. You can only control how you feel about that behaviour. So if you're going over the past thinking, it's my fault we're not together, if only I'd done this, if only I'd said this, things may be different, you've got to forgive yourself, because it's not your fault. And they really do care about you. And you really do care about them. So if you're saying, oh, I can't forgive them, you're saying, really, I really do care, so I have to forgive them because I really do care and I want this to move forward. So this is also you addressing that you really do care. It's just your abandonment wounds coming up to the surface. And that's why we've got the wasp. So I'm not surprised the wasp has come up, because the wasp is about being stung. And if you feel you've been stung on this journey, if you feel you've been hurt by your person, if you feel you've been hurt by the situation, the circumstances, it's going to sting you. And that's when you may see wasps, because when you feel stung on this journey, you can get angry, you can get resentful, you can get frustrated. And then that can bring up feelings of revenge. I'm going to get my own back, or I'm going to do this or that. But really, it's more about you feeling stung on the journey and you recognising it's just the way they are bringing up abandonment wounds in you. So they really do care about you to be able to sting you in that way, to bring up your wounds, to trigger you. Because if they weren't doing their work and they come here to give you an easy life, they wouldn't be your twin flame. They've come here to hurt you, to grow you. Because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So if you're being stung, you're going to get through it, you're okay. And many of you are overcoming these stings anyway, because you may be seeing dead wasps. And I spoke about that not long ago. So if you've been seeing dead wasps, that's a huge sign that you're overcoming the sting. It means you are dealing with it, you're accepting things. And the way you're doing that is by nurturing yourself. Nurturing yourself also leads to a brand new opportunity, because that's where the healing begins. Isn't this beautiful? So you're saying, I'm nurturing myself because I really do care about myself. I care enough about myself to forgive, because forgiveness is where the healing begins. When you forgive, you start to heal, whether you're forgiving yourself, forgiving others, forgiving your person. It's where the healing begins, and it's where the sting disappears. So if you're seeing wasps, wasps that are alive, if you're seeing them, whether it's in your physical reality or in something else like a show or a film, or if you're just hearing a buzzing noise and you're thinking, that sounds like a wasp to me, not a bee, because bees are different. Bees are about miracles. This is about wasps having a sting in the tail, feeling angry. Or if you see a wasp's nest or anything that's still active, connected with wasps, that's about needing to release, needing to forgive, needing to let go of what stung you or hurt you, especially around abandonment. If you see dead wasps, if you come across one, or there's one in your window and it's dead, or you have to get rid of one or anything like that, it's a sign that you are on the other side of the sting. So you are going through your healing process, and it comes through self-love, self-care and nurturing yourself. So the healing begins, and then the opportunity beckons. So there is an opportunity for healing right now. There is an opportunity to heal an abandonment wound, to forgive yourself, especially between now and the new moon. and over the next 4 weeks, and as we move towards the 4th of November. So I definitely feel there's a lot of shifts happening between now and the 4th of November. Now, the new moon, which I'm connecting with there as well, we've got the new moon on the 21st of October. So I feel between now and the 21st, there's going to be lots of healing, and definitely over the next 4 weeks, healing too. So I feel today you're being made aware through what you're experiencing and going through that you are healing your own abandonment wounds. And that is also mirrored. Now, for them, understand that the universe is working behind the scenes right now to reunite the two of you. That's why you're feeling this magnetic pull and you're feeling that craving. So they are wanting you, and they are wanting to come back towards you, whether it's reaching out to you, running into you somewhere. The universe is creating the way. So angels are stepping in, so be sure to surrender and trust. So the message for you is to surrender right now, give it to heaven and trust, because the universe is on your side. The universe is working with you to bring you together, and meeting is near, stay in the present moment. So they are also very aware that they're being pulled back towards you. So this is what's in their energy. In their energy, they are receiving signs and getting synchronicities and nudges from the universe to create this reunion. Whether it's reaching out to you directly or coming to you or just being somewhere where you were going to be. And they may not be aware of that, but the universe knows, God knows, the angels know, and they are setting up a divine meeting in some way. And it doesn't matter whether you are miles apart, countries apart, or you live down the street. The universe is creating something to happen, whether it's online, in person, however. And your heart will heal. And they want you to know this. They are going to bring in an apology and a healing to heal your heart. And many of them feel hurt too. And their heart will heal. Because remember, they are also healing their own abandonment wounds. And they know that this will heal. They could also be going through something with their heart. So they could be going through heart activation. Some of them may be feeling it in the heart. So they could be having heartburn. They could be having heart problems, heart activation affecting their heart, and it will heal. And I feel someone has had surgery or been through something that's hurt them in some way. So this could be they've had some kind of activation in their own life, or they could have been around someone that's had it. So someone could have had a surgery. It could be them, it could be someone else, or it could be they've had a loss, or they've gone through something recently and it's hurt their heart. And they may be waiting for their heart to heal a little bit from whatever they've been through to be able to come towards you again. So I'm feeling that too. And we've got the dragon for emergence. So I love this because the dragon is helping. The dragon is opening doors. The dragon is creating the way. Now this is actually a water dragon. And the water dragon is all about flow. So I feel that they're asking you to trust the process right now and to be in the flow of life and to allow things to unfold naturally. Work on your own life and heal your own wounds right now. Do your own forgiveness work to release our abandonment wounds. So the wound they are healing right now is abandonment too, because you're mirroring each other, but they're also being prepared for reunion because they want to reach out, they want to come forward, they want to meet up and talk, they want to sort things out. And the dragons are assisting. They're about to emerge from their cave. So if they've been very silent, distant, or they've just pulled away, they're going to come back. And they're also daydreaming about this. Do you know, I had a feeling it was going to come out. I saw this when I said I saw yellow. I didn't know it had come out though. But this is definitely them listening to their intuition, trusting their intuition. And I feel many of them are having stomach problems. So they could be having heartburn, especially with the heart coming out. So it would be very beneficial to do a heart chakra cleansing yourself because you are one. So you're going to feel what they are feeling. And also maybe to cleanse your solar plexus as well. So this is them trusting their heart and their gut when they are having these dreams about you or having these daydreams about you or these fantasies, so they can actually make a decision. So they are definitely in the process of making a decision, working out what to do. And in the card, the woman has got her eyes closed. So she's going within to receive the answers, paying attention to what she's feeling there, not necessarily what's going on around it. And I feel Mother Mary assisting the journey as well. So the energy around the connection today, look at this, be patient. So you're both learning to let go of control in some way. So for you, for example, you're learning to let go of the control because you're constantly, even if you're not realizing you are, as the divine feminine, operating in your own masculine energy by trying to control. Think about the masculine energy. The masculine energy needs to be the leader. Obviously the feminine is the leader. What I mean in this, I don't mean you're not a leader feminine. What I mean is what you're doing is you're trying to step forward when you should be stepping back. So for example, the feminine, doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl, the feminine, I'll give you the example again as the sperm and the egg. So the feminine is the egg, the masculine is the sperm. That's the way it should be. So the sperm chases the egg, the sperm goes to the egg. The egg does not get up and go walking around trying to find the sperm. It has faith that the right sperm as well will find the egg. So you have to have patience in that way to let go of control. Now they need to take control because a lot of them are too laid back and they just allow you to do all the work, all the communication, all the initiation. They just sit back and let time go by and think, oh, it'll all work out and I'll just get on with things here. And they can't do that forever. So they've got to be strong enough to take control of their lives and their own power to step forward and start doing something. It says, let go and release your need to know how everything will unfold. And that's why the water dragon is around too, because the water dragon is assisting with flow. When you go with the flow, you let things unfold naturally. You don't need to know how and when and all of that. You just be patient, you be trusting, you be kind. And the blackbird is bringing omens in. So I feel this is definitely a sign about psychic intelligence. Crows could be around as well. Ravens, so you may see blackbirds in general. So yes, this is a blackbird, like the blackbird, but I feel that I'm also seeing in this crows, ravens, you know, any bird that's black, if you see, even if you see a magpie, it's a sign that something is coming or something is shifting. So omens is also about signs and synchronicities that point you in a certain direction to say that love abounds, so there's going to be a communication. So in this reading, we've got the heart chakra coming through intuitively, we've got the throat chakra, and we've got the solar plexus chakra. So really important perhaps today for you to cleanse those three chakra systems to feel better, to open doors, because the love is going to open doors to bring in communication. They give me that song by Out of Frozen, Love is an Open Door. Love is an open door with you, with you, with you. So, and again, they give me a block there. So I feel that the love is going to overcome any challenges or any fears. So if they are holding themselves back because of their own fear, they're going to take control of that fear. The love will abound. It's like the love will fight through, you know, everything will make sense. So things are going to shift forward. And the throat chakra is about that communication coming in at the right time. Now let's see what the extra messages are. So the question is, something in my life I need to heal, fix or manage. So this is what the question is. What's in your life right now that you need to heal, fix and manage? Now, first of all, because of the reading, you may need to heal what you need to forgive. Or you may need to heal the abandonment wound. You may need to fix the fact that you're trying to control things. They need to fix the fact that they are not controlling things. Again, me fear. And also manage your fears. Or manage your insecurities or the struggles. So that's what's coming through. They're giving me a lot of fear. So that the communication can come in. So the heartfelt communication can come in. And what's being healed? The heart, the solar plexus, the throat chakra. Positive changes. So there's positive changes coming in to heal these things. So when you heal, fix and manage the things we've just spoken about, it brings in positive change. It opens new doors. It creates the way forward. Yeah, and also this is because of the way they've hurt you in the past or the way you've been hurt in the past. So it isn't necessarily the way they've hurt you in the past. Don't just see this as, oh, they've really hurt me and let me down, because no one can hurt you without your own permission. So it's why it's about forgiving the self. But this is anything that you've been through in your life that's created an abandonment wound. And remember, when we go through those things, it makes us stronger and wiser. And when we overcome them and realise what they are, it makes us even more of a strong person. So this is about positive changes coming in because you are healing and fixing the abandonment wounds or the pain. So what you need to heal is the pain by fixing the way you're looking at it, and then that will manage it. And the love is real. So remember this about the love. So what needs to be fixed is communication. Talking to each other, opening up, clearing the air, compromise. Instead of just dreaming about each other and thinking about each other and sending love to each other, it's about creating a way to come together. And that's the decision that's being made, because in the separation, you're both hurting. Yes, there's lessons being learned, but you're both hurting at this time. You're both missing each other. So there is a conscious choice being made right now to end the no contact, to come out of hiding, to move beyond separation, to create the way forward, to carry on. So this is also showing you that in the separation, things need to be healed, managed and fixed, like forgiveness and all the wounds we spoke about, but also these things happen so you can come back together. And that's what you need to know. So definitely a huge sign of reconciliation, reunion, because the universe is working behind the scenes to magnetically pull you back together. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.